All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and man, just want to stop in here real quick and talk about this whole Stephen A. Stephen A. in general. You know, he's going back and forth right now with T.O. on Twitter, man, you know, it was weird, but it always felt like there was a little tension between these two to me. But Stephen A. is going on this epic rant saying that he planned to expose T.O. for what he did behind the scenes. But what I really want to talk about before we even get there is the fact that Stephen A. on the Joe Budden podcast, check them out if you haven't, super cool. On the Joe Budden podcast, he talks about Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman, pretty much saying him and Max Kellerman had peeped. Pretty much saying he goes to the bosses and say, hey, if you like him that much, he can have first take. You know, and Steve is in some Stephen A. bravado type of way. Pretty much saying that, hey, you know what? It ain't working, but if y'all want to keep him, I'm out. So pretty much saying it's him or me. Now, what led up to this, Stephen A. goes on to explain and says that, well, it's because Max Kellerman, him and Max Kellerman it didn't feel like they kind of went hand in hand. One of the reasons being, he gave two reasons. He said, one, he's not an athlete. Stop. That can be, you can't use that one, Stephen. You can't use that one, Stephen A. I don't think you can use that one as far as him not being an athlete. You know, because I don't think that's the qualification for being a good journalist if you've been an athlete. Because I know very little of your your athletic days, your ball playing days. Now on the other hand, he said he was not a true journalist. You know, he wasn't a journalist in the sense of, you know, pretty much trying to say that he ain't, you know, I don't know what he was trying to insinuate, more like, oh, Max just here. He just winging it. You know, he just doing his thing. You know, he ain't put the work in that I put in. I hate that. I'm going to say this right now, and I like Stephen A. Smith, but I'm going to say I hate that. I freaking hate that because everybody's path is different. Everybody's path is different. Why is it that you could hold a grudge for someone that didn't go the way you went? It's the same damn thing that's going on with Deion Sanders right now. The exact same thing. These coaches and TV personality holding the grudge to Deion because he didn't go through it the hard way. Well, hell, he coached at every level. High school, HBCU, college, hell, youth. So, but because it seemed like it happened so fast that people don't feel like he deserves. Same thing here, Stephen A. is saying, you didn't go through this proper step. It's like when hip-hop artists go act. Now, there's some that don't do it good, but there is some that are really good at it. But remember a long time they said, oh, they just getting that because they rappers. They don't deserve to be here. They don't deserve. Everybody's path is different. So to hold that against Max Kellerman because he didn't go your perceived traditional route to get there, that's not right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't agree with that from Stephen A. For him to say, oh, our numbers was up. Well, our numbers were steady. We were still number one, but I feel like we wasn't reaching that next level. We wasn't, and I get it. I'm all about trying to win, man. I want to win. I don't know what the game we playing. I don't know what I'm gonna do today, but I want to win. I understand that. But to me, I feel like this is me. I could be wrong. I feel like Max Kellerman at times was just outshining him on the show. Max Kellerman was starting to be, I ain't want to say as equal as him, but he was creeping up, in my opinion. Max had a little bit of that, you know, little hip-hop swag to him that you didn't expect coming. He'll throw some stuff in there. You know, of course, he got the rap video out. I don't know how many of y'all seen his rap video. But it's real. He's rapping. He's spitting. He wanted to rap. Like, he rapped. He was an artist. All right? So, yeah, that. And a lot of time he seemed, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but he leaned toward a certain side a little bit more than Stephen A did, which caused, I think, which a lot of this with what's your boy name? Terrell Owens pretty much saying Max is more black than you at times, or whatever, right? I'm not going down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother story. But to me, it felt like, I don't know. I didn't look at the show the same after that. You start rotating people. You start to rotate. Oh, let's bring in this guy. Oh, let's bring in this guy. Let's bring in this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody wrong on there. But until Shannon Sharp, right, none of them, you can not look at none of those guys like, oh my God, he's way better than Max was. No. You're not. You're not bringing nobody on that's better. But this way, to me, it was self-preservation. It was self-preservation. It was pretty much saying that, oh snap, I don't want this. So if I rotate people, no one can legitimately take my spot, right? Not ESPN obviously agreed with him. They gave him a new deal. Interesting though, and I didn't know this either. Well, I can't talk today. I didn't know this either. I'm sorry, Florida State still got me upset. When all the layoffs and cuts and all that was going on, ESPN knocked on Stephen A. though. Hey, my man. Hey, we're gonna need about 15% of that salary we gave you back. We gonna, and he was like, on the show, according to him, he was like, yeah, go ahead, do what you do. I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead, take that little bit. Cool. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta cut down. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he didn't get tapped, but they said, just, you don't give us a little bit of that money back. We're gonna need it back. And he said, I'm 100% willing to do it. Okay, cool. But I just didn't. Look. I like Stephen A. I am not gonna front like I don't like Stephen A. Some people get on him and say he's more of a company man, and hey, look, I ain't got no problem with that part. But to me, I didn't like the fact that you went upstairs, not because your show was failing. Now if your numbers are breaking down, if your show is not doing well, then you say, hey man, you know what? We ain't vibing like that. But to say because you felt like y'all numbers were steady and it wasn't getting better. But the question is, are the numbers better now? Well, maybe with Shannon Sharp. See, it's interesting right now because Shannon Sharp to me is playing real little brotherish. Even though he the big brother, he playing real little brotherish on this show. To me, that's how I look. You look like, hey man, he let Stephen A. play his big dog role. But Shannon Sharp personality and his wherewithal, once he get comfortable, will show, and I think it's gonna shine on Stephen A. Smith. And at that point, that's when that dynamic is gonna be interesting. We'll see, though. I'm not wishing no dispersion on that show. I hope Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. can make that thing work forever. However it goes, I like the fact that Shannon Sharp is there. Shannon Sharp should never been unemployed. That's a whole nother conversation. But no, I didn't like some of that stuff that came from Stephen A. But let me know, dog. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that Stephen A. was right? For pretty much getting Max moved to another show, getting them all first take, not fired, but getting them all first take. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be great.